up, compassionate people? Welcome to the Wednesday Vegan News Show. A bunch of stories to cover and get through. Let's dive right into the first one. Moby, yes, that Moby, the musician, got a tattoo. But you might be wondering, why is this so newsworthy? Well, and why is this vegan news? It's not just because he's vegan. It's because he got the biggest vegan for life tattoo I've ever seen on his neck. Right here. Look at that. Oh, yep. That's pretty gigantic. Kudos to him. That's awesome. At first, I thought it was fake. So I wanted to make sure that it was real, even though I saw people sharing it going around. But nope, it's 100% real. There it is on his Instagram. Awesome. That's cool, man. I think that might be the only tattoo he has. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Next story. A yak named Meteor escaped from the trailer that he was in on the way to the butcher, on the way to the slaughterhouse to be murdered. He's been roaming around free for the last 7 days. Since about September 10th, he's been spotted a few times in the area, and animal control in Nelson County, Virginia has had no luck getting him back. Luckily, there have been several sightings. People have posted pictures on social media of Meteor the yak in their backyards, at a bed and breakfast, and in many other places across the county. Robert Sissel, the owner of Meteor the yak, who runs Nature's Bridge Farm, said that Meteor would be spending the rest of his days grazing until his heart's content and not going to the butcher if captured again. But then in the next sentence, he talks about how much money they'd be losing if they don't get Meteor back. So I'm gonna go ahead and think that that's not true. We're gonna have to encourage Mr. Sissel and his family to donate Meteor to a sanctuary somewhere. And we'll see if we can get a sanctuary to step up and help out, because Meteor really deserves, as does every animal, to live the rest of his life and without fear of having his throat slit open, right? I'm going to see if I can find a petition already. If not, I'll make one. And that'll be down below as the petition of the day. In Gippsland, Victoria, Australia, I said it, there has been a bull semen explosion. That headline is a little unfortunate, but I think that was the point of it. At a so-called breeding facility, which is really a facility where humans on a daily basis get paid to commit bestiality that's illegal anywhere else, but when they walk through the magical doors of animal agriculture, they're allowed to jerk off bulls all day long. Several large vats and containers containing many gallons of bull semen boiled and exploded, shooting projectiles and shrapnel towards firefighters during the blaze. Yarm Herd Services, the owners of the building, the company, will be taking the building as a total loss as it was shredded, and their vice chairman, Aaron Thomas, said the loss of over 100 cryogenic cylinders will be a huge blow for the company. They don't go into exact prices, but he does talk about how some of the straws of insemination fluid and the prices they go for and how it fluctuates and for the farmers in the area it'll be a huge loss as well. And Thomas goes on to say, and let me go ahead and put this quote up on the screen. So this is significant damage and is going to have a flow-on effect on Yarm, especially after the drought that Yarm district has experienced over the last 12 months. And the reason they're in that drought? That's twofold. One, we know of climate change, and two, it's Australia. Cattle aren't native to Australia, yet they're consuming thousands of gallons of water a day, thousands upon thousands of gallons of water a day each, and you wonder why you're in a drought. You can check out a video that was made last year called Dairy is Rape. I'll link it up top on YouTube and in the description below or comments on Facebook. And that goes over some of the horrors of insemination. There's also an educational video I took from an animal ag website you can look at. That's also on the YouTube channel and here on Facebook, I believe too. And according to the Good Food Institute, Burger King, Impossible Foods, Beyond Meat, and many others, and many articles that have sourced this, 95% of Impossible Foods customers are in fact meat eaters. If you were on the bandwagon of hate saying that this wasn't going to make a difference, here you go. Proof that you're wrong. In full color photos. There's charts and graphs as well. And hopefully over time there'll be more studies to come on this, but people are very interested in what's going on in these meat alternatives. It is not just vegans. In fact, most vegans don't eat these things, especially those of us who've been vegan for several years. We'd rather have whole food plant-based meals. And also, a lot of these meat alternatives are so real now, or so close to the real thing. Most of us. Okay, I can't speak for all of us, but I know a lot of them freak me out. And I've heard the same from others. They don't even like the smell of them cooking. The future's here, and it's meat alternatives, and it's vegan. The Muncie, Indiana Police Department is allowing people to pay their parking tickets with donations to the local animal shelter. The Muncie Animal Care and Services Shelter is accepting Things like cat litter, cat food, dog food. This offer is available for any parking ticket of $25. I thought this was a nice little heartwarming story. It's pretty nice to see local governments not just taking the funds for themselves. So if you did get a parking ticket in Muncie, Indiana, wouldn't you feel better if it was going to animals in need? Let's have a little poll. If you had the option to pay your fines or parking tickets or even speeding tickets with products to be donated to a shelter, would you go and get those products? Would you take the extra step to go and get those products? Check out the poll. Let us know. And Gloucestershire, I think it's probably Gloucestershire. In Gloucestershire, England, Gloucestershire, oh my God, that's a hard word. In Gloucestershire, in England, the ALF have released video of them rescuing over 5,000 partridges that were going to be used in a bird game shoot. The activists built a barricade to keep the game warden from being able to come onto the farm, just in case he heard the commotion with the birds. And anonymously, of course, someone from the ALF put out this statement. During the night of August 19th, we visited a partridge shoot on the outskirts of Gloucester, somewhere in England, and liberated what we believe to be around 5,000 partridges destined to be shot imminently. After weeks of surveillance of the rearing sheds, we waited until 2 weeks before the start of the killing season to release them. This was both to ensure that the birds were old enough to survive and to cause maximum economic damage. Our aim is to close this shoot down for good. We then opened each pen in turn before herding the thousands of captives into the surrounding maize and wheat fields. We will dismantle this industry pen by pen, shoot by shoot, until all birds fly free. And of course they're claiming that this has caused the death of hundreds of game birds. Really? You were concerned about that, were you? Were you? Well, thousands got free. And thousands get to live free now, back where they belong. If you were concerned about those who are dying at the hands of animal rights activists, why would you not be concerned about the thousands that are going to die at the hands of so-called hunters and sportsmen? Exactly. You just want to set a double standard and try to make them look bad. I guarantee hardly any died, if any at all. And those that died were probably sick from you. How many died in the rearing of these birds? How many died at the hatcheries? How many were ground alive? How many were suffocated in giant bags? How many suffered just to get to that point to be one of those who was going to be shot and suffer more? But instead, they all got a chance at freedom. The ALF has said that they're not going to stop, and we know that. We know the ALF will push forward and always be around because it's decentralized. And it's an amazing organization that's not an organization. It's you, it's me, it's anyone who's willing to put on a mask and go out there and do what needs to be done. Bam! And with that, let's go ahead and slide in our douchebag of the day real quick. Oh, wait. Let me go ahead and put them in. The Putmans. Apparently they have a show, or are going to have a show called Meet the Putmans on, my guess is going to be on TLC. I haven't watched TV in like 10 years, but I'm assuming that's the trash channel it's going to be on. They celebrated, and they're all kissing each other in the photos over the corpse of a murdered bear. They're celebrating that their youngest murdered this bear. I'm proud to say that I posted this to Vegan News and helped create a giant firestorm in the comments from fellow animal rights activists. I myself was very disgusted when I first saw this that somebody had shared. I'm certain they see us as crazy. If any of the comments from friends and supporters of theirs have anything to say about it, that's what we are. We are the crazy ones, even though these people are smooching over a bloodied and dead corpse of a bear who did nothing to nobody and only wanted to live, and who suffered for their chance to have a photo shoot and some fleshy body parts for a little while. And it's sad to see this girl's compassion ripped away from her, to have the natural innocence that we are all born with. Because the truth is, we are all born vegan. Every single one of us. It's family, society, friends that strip us of that and teach us otherwise. Take us away from our natural inclination to be good and treat others as we would want to be treated. And that includes other species. When you see somebody hit a dog or a cat and you're not a vegan, you automatically get upset and mad. And I suspect most people would feel the same if they saw what happens to other animals. And that's why the work we do is so important. That's why cubes and vigils and disruptions and other outreach are so important. Don't let anyone tell you that we aren't making a difference. We are seeing things snowball more and more. It's been 6 years, just over 6 years since I went vegan. And the world has changed so much in just the last 2. And really just this year it's changed more than ever. Don't give up hope. I see so many posts from vegans that get really depressed because of the things they see, the things we see in person, in video, online, or at vigils in person. Don't give up hope. We are winning. It's slow right now, but it's gaining traction and momentum. We are getting there. Don't worry. And thank you guys so much for watching and sharing this video. It helps a ton. Anywhere you can share it. I'll see you this Friday with our Activists of the Week and many more incredible news stories to keep you all informed. And then we'll take a break for the weekend and I'll see you guys on Monday. Love you guys. See you Friday. Bye.